What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Goldenhashira here, and today we are going to be reviewing the sixth chapter of Neru, Way of the Martial Artist. Now, if you all do enjoy this video, please don't forget to hit that like button and also subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. So, without any further ado, let's continue. So we start off after Nerima continue off where Nerima gets the scarf from the ninja in the previous chapter, and then he's surrounded by that one student who was also accompanying him last chapter. So the two just pretty much just walk around until they heard someone kind of, I guess, not really calling out, but just making a noise or whatever. And in doing so, they found out that the student that Nerima was with a couple chapters ago, right at the testing area or whatever, he was basically being bullied by a few other participants, and they basically took his answer sheet because I'm pretty sure they were just too lazy they sells to do that portion of the test. So what they did was basically one student held him down, and then the other two students basically just looked over the exam papers. So Nerima and the other student watches him. So I guess the one that was being bullied, his name is Torichi, I believe. So they watch as one of the other students just punches Torichi in the stomach, and they just still holding them down. And I guess one of the other students tries to use his weapon to attack Torichi. But Nerima gets tired of just watching this go down, and he steps into the open, and that's when they wonder who he is or whatever. So Nerima is just like, nah, I really don't like you. I'm not going to continue to watch as this goes down. So I'm obviously going to intervene. And that's what he does. So we see, I believe, Akabe and Jokero and others just look from afar at what Nerima is trying to accomplish. So what he does is basically run to make the other three students chase after him, and like Akabe points out, he's basically lining them up like a fish on a hook or like a fish on a line or whatever, and he's basically trying to take them out one at a time, and that's basically what he does. So he makes them think that he's been cornered or whatever because it's a thicket of thorns that's literally right behind him, and his weapon of choice is a staff. So the students that were chasing him are basically just like, you basically played yourself because you aren't going to have any room to swing the staff around, and he's just thinking like that's what y'all think. So he has a flashback to where I guess he used to get into fights a lot because I guess kids were just making fun of him and his friends or whatever, especially Nerima because he lived basically in the middle of nowhere, so he didn't have the same stuff that everybody else did. So his grandfather was basically like, you shouldn't use martial arts just to like fight whenever you want. You should use it to learn more about yourself through your opponent and stuff like that. And he was basically saying that martial arts isn't about asserting dominance, stuff like that. But Nerima is basically just saying the type of martial artist that he wants to be is one that beats up people who basically try and bully others and like messes on helpless people or whatever. Like he doesn't want to like beat up helpless opponents. It's more so the opposite. And like I said, people who bully others and rob them of their work. So what he does is literally jump into the air. He jumps into the air, and he uses his feet, or more so toes, to grab one of the students' ears and literally flips him onto the ground. Man, it looked so promising. It was called the Nagiwa Shinryu Kochila Toss, I believe, if I said that right. And everybody around is just so surprised, especially Torichi, and Nerima threatens the other students to give him the scarf and the answer sheets. So I guess Torichi points out to Nerima that there are 96 the bell has rung 96 times and there are only 12 spots left. So what Neruma does is he gives the scarf and the answer sheets back to Torichi, and he runs off until Torichi basically tells him that he's going the wrong way and that he's sure that there's one gate that leads to the top, and that is where the bell is basically residing. So the test coordinators are wondering how come Neruma hasn't rung the bell yet and why he's still not here. So the guy or the other student that was with Neruma at the start was wondering where he was because the bell has already rung 100 times. So both Neruma and Torichi are running, or what we believe is that they're running until the last panel. And we see like the last few students trying to rush through the gate to ring the bell, and everybody is in shock and is looking pretty surprised. Then on the last panel, we see everyone is just like, oh, they're finally here. And then the students who were basically running on the path still was like, what the flip? Where did he get a horse from? And that's the same thing I thought. Where did he get a horse from? But I'm assuming it had to be horses in the testing area. I just didn't know that. None of us actually knew that there were horses in the testing area. And the fact that I believe they were the only contestants to actually use a horse to their advantage is definitely something. So now we have Torichi and Neruma with on the horseback. Neruma still has a staff in hand. They have the scars and both of their answer sheets. And they make their way towards the gate to ring the bell and pass the exam. I really did not expect this with the horse. Like I said, I'm pretty sure nobody did. But it was a nice little surprise, honestly, and I really enjoyed it. And I definitely can't wait to the next chapter to see the conclusion of this exam, even though this pretty much is the conclusion, and how Neruma will fit in at the martial arts academy with Akabe and Jokero and everybody else. So that's it for this video. I hope you all have enjoyed it. goldenhashira out. Please don't forget to hit that like button and also subscribe. And don't forget to join my Discord so we can have a discussion about anything manga related, anime related, or just life in general. And yeah, peace out, everybody. Stay safe and see you all next time.